Hi guys, this is Vaul. Hope you've been enjoying the VRI tournament so far. I certainly have, and we've finished the round of 8, finished the round of 16, and then the round of 8, so we are ready to go to a semi-final. That's going to be very interesting to watch, and I want to talk a bit about the players that are going to be in the semi-finals. Now, let's go through the brackets. We had Ro8 versus Thrasher, and Ro8 managed. That was an interesting and very brutal series. We had a Sisters of Battle mirror match, which lasted less than 4 minutes on Meeting of Minds, and into a Necron versus Space Marine game with Thrasher as Necrons, unfortunately. Necrons being a bit of an underdog race, and unfortunately Thrasher was defeated once again. So Ro8, with a 2-0 score, heads through to the semi-final to face the winner of FZ Chaos and an SD, which happened to be an SD. FZ Chaos had an opportunity with Orcs versus Eldar and Meeting of Minds, but an SD, I feel, outplayed him, plus Eldar maybe having a slight advantage just in terms of balance, and they moved through to a second game, which was Imperial Guard versus Sisters of Battle on Blood River. Recommend that game. It was a nice game. But again, Chaos complaining about not really knowing either of those two matchups, either the Orcs versus Eldar or the Imperial Guard versus Sisters, and he didn't win the second game either. So Anesti defeated him. So well done to Anesti. He's actually looking like he's in a lot of good form at the moment. I'm really enjoying his play. But he'll be up against Ro8, who hasn't dropped a single game throughout the tournament. Neither has Anesti, to be honest, and neither of these players have lost any games so far. So now they'll be forced to play each other. So it'll be really cool to see Ro8 versus Anesti in the semi-final, and hopefully we get some nice and fair balanced matchups. Now, a comment about the semi-finals is that the first map will be Outer Reaches, and it will be a best of 5. I initially advertised the semi-finals as being best of 3, but they've changed the rules. I've got the players to agree with me on that. We're going best of 5 for the semi-finals. Now, the other side of the brackets features Darky 2 versus Eso Komora. So let's just talk about how they got there. Darky 2 actually defeating Santiago Forever. A bit of an upset in most people's opinion. Darky actually lost to Santiago Forever in the first game of Imperial Guard versus Dark Eldar, with Santiago Forever securing the take and hold victory on Meeting of Minds. Second game, though, Darky managed to pull a comeback with Space Marines Mirror. I think Space Marines is a race that Darky is slightly more comfortable with. And yeah, that was a really nice one. Similar builds in Tier 1 with snipers and everything, but in Tier 2, Darky went straight for vehicles. Santiago Forever went for the Grey Knights with triple hero, and the vehicles ended up being his undoing. But Game 3... there wasn't the official Game 3 that I did the video on. Just a bit of background for you. They actually played a Dark Eldar mirror on Game 3, and Darky won. And then it was they decided to rematch that one because it was a really boring game for them, and it was an Eldar versus Sisters Battle, but Santiago won that with Sisters of Battle. So it went to a 5th game, which is Necrons versus Space Marines. That was the one I eventually casted. Darky won that for an overall score of 3-2. So there you have it. Darky actually took that one out. But formally, I just covered 3 games with Darky, and just covered games 1, 2, and 5. But anyway, Darky 2 goes through to the semi-final. On the other side, Eso Komora beat Hey Catch. Meeting of Minds was Chaos vs Orcs. I really loved Komora's Chaos play on that map. He was losing, but Tier 3 managed to save him, and he had some great Rhino plays there with following up with Obliterators and Possessed Chaos Space Marines later on. Now, in the Game 2, that was a Tau versus Necrons on Shrine of Excellion. Now, Komora won that with Tau, but I was talking to him after the match, and Komora mentioned to me that had the races been swapped around, Komora felt like he would have taken it with Necrons anyway, just given that you can really spam Necrons at Tier 2 with Wraith Flight and get stuck in with the Tau Fire Warriors and to beat them that way. So, pretty confident there, but he goes now to face Darky 2, which is probably going to be a bit of a tougher opponent than Catch, and we'll see how it goes. Darky has actually won both of his matches 2-1, the only player in the tournament to go through with 2-1s rather than 2-0 victories, but he's had a couple of the toughest opponents in the tournament so far. He's had Compiador, which is a great Eldar player, and Santiago Forever being probably one of the favourites to win the tournament. And Darky 2 has defeated both of them, so it's going to be a hard run now for Eso Komora. Now, one final thought for you guys. The people that lose the semi-finals will actually play each other for a 3rd place round. So that will be done first before the finals. So we'll have the semi-finals now. Then after the semi-finals, there'll be I think it'll be a best of 5 match between the losers of the semi-finals to ascertain who reaches the 3rd place. And then we'll be pairing off the 2 winners of the semi-finals in the finals and seeing who wins that. Now, without promising anything, there may be in some period of time after this tournament is completed, I may do another tournament. Now, if that happens, the people that win this tournament, in fact, the people that place 1 through to 3rd, will actually get special privileges in terms of the qualification and seeding for the next tournament. I won't give you too much details about what's going to be happening for the next one, but that will be some reward for the people that actually place 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. The person that places 1st will have more benefits than the second place result. And vice versa. Well, the same thing for the 3rd place. More details to come in regards to that after the tournament is complete, but they are still at least playing for something. It's not just, a little bit of fame and bragging rights, but we'll see. Anyway, really looking forward to the rest of the tournament. I'm sure you'll agree that the round of 8 games have been even more exciting than the round of 16 ones. They've been getting closer and closer and more interesting. So let's hope the semi-final steps that up even further. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and stay tuned for the semi-finals.